I'm Olivia.
And I'm Vickie Crebbin.
And today we're going to talk about my grandma.
And my mom.
Imogene Cribben, also known as Gammy.
Yes, when she had grandchildren, her name, which was Imogene Cribben, became Gammy to all of us in her family. So we are going to be referring to her now as Gammy. And this is a picture of her a few years ago. So Gammy came to this church many years ago, back in the 1950s. So she was a member of the church for more than 66 years. And she met my dad at this church. They were doing folk dancing. And they met and they dated and they got married. And they got married in Loper Chapel, which is the little chapel that's part of this church. So over the years, my mom, Gammy, was very involved in the church, and she loved working with children. For many years, she taught the preschool at this church, and she also helped with a summer program called Red Balloon. And she was very involved in the Cazadero family camp. So when Gammy got older and her children, I am one of them, had their children, which were her grandchildren, that's one of her grandchildren there, she loved to make quilts. And so she spent a lot of time making baby quilts.
So we wanted to share with you some of the quilts that she made for me and my brother Cameron when we were babies. Here is a quilt that she made for my little brother.
And it's very soft, it's made out of flannel.
Very cozy.
And this one she made for Olivia, and it's got kittens.
Very cute.
Very cute. But she didn't just make quilts for her grandchildren. She loved making baby quilts, and she loved babies. So she just made lots of baby quilts, and she gave them to the children who were born in this church and children who were born that she didn't know that needed help, that didn't have a lot of money. She would give her baby quilts to other kids.
So when I was young, Gammy really liked to read stories to me and my brother and my cousins, and she also liked to read stories during preschool and Sunday school. So today we wanted to share a book that she really liked to read when we were growing up, and it is But Not the Hippopotamus. A hog and a frog cavort in the bog. A cat and two rats are trying on hats, but not the hippopotamus. A moose and a goose together have juice, but not the hippopotamus. A bear and a hare have been to a fair, but not the hippopotamus. Now the hog and the frog are out for a jog, with the cat and the rats in their new running hats. While the moose and the bear and the goose and the hare are doing their best to keep up with the rest, but not the hippopotamus. Then the animal pack comes running on back, saying, "Hey, come join the lot of us." And she just doesn't know, should she stay? Should she go? But yes, the hippopotamus, but not the armadillo.
The other thing you should know about Gammy is that she was a baby whisperer. What's a baby whisperer?
A baby whisperer is someone who's really good with babies. So someone could pass a crying baby to her and she would be able to calm it down and help it to stop crying. She was wonderful with kids.
And the other thing that you should know about Gammy was that she was very musical. She had a beautiful singing voice, and she taught all her children to sing, and she loved to sing to babies and to other children. And she also liked to sing, I'm sure in preschool they sang songs. So we're going to end with a little song. And I think you guys probably all know this one.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine.